is very important. Is the top classification from a year for a rider. So Rodriguez is already, he won already 2 years ago. So now he's on the head of this classification.
It's a special race, but we know it very well. The majority, all riders are Australian riders. We always prepare very hard for January. We had prepared already hard for the Australian Championships, and yeah, obviously we went there with our very clear objectives to try to win the Tour Down Under, which we did, which was fantastic.
This is probably the hardest race in the first half of the season, so it's always a good race to win. And as the team was set up this year, the Tour de France team was racing together basically all the year until the Tour, so to win Paris-Nice, the first big race, was a really good start of the year.
C'est pas facile, c'est vraiment difficile. Je trouve des mecs comme Nibali, Krosinger en très bonne forme. En plus, j'avais trouvé Horner qui marche vraiment fort. Bon, il est en course à WorldTour à début de l'année, qu'il est vraiment important et il a un grand niveau.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it's one of the monuments. We've, Simon also won the World Tour event, the Tour Down Under. But Milan-San Remo is quite an historical race, and it's certainly when you say the word Milan-San Remo in Italy, the Italians are very passionate about it, and it's just a great race for us to win.
Michael is a great guy. I think he's been underestimated, his talents in the past, and he took out the first stage. That was great. Obviously the overall victory was very difficult, then he took another win the second day, and then and obviously with the biggest mountain stage suspended by the weather, that to a degree helped us to take out the final victory.
I think Harelbeke should be on the World Tour program because it is a race with a lot of history. It's been around for 65 years, I think it is, and a lot of great riders have won this. Tom Boonen's won it 5 times, which just shows how important this race is in the lead up to the 2 biggest flat classics, and that's the Ronde van Vlaanderen and Paris-Roubaix.
Yeah, he was very strong. He was he have a great focus in the start from the season, especially in the Tour of Argentina. Then he comes to the Tour of Qatar, and he was really focused for the Belgium Classic race.
Et puis ensuite, le Tour des Flandres par contre a changé, ça a été un peu la nouveauté des classiques cette année, c'est que c'était un nouveau parcours et puis les coureurs ne savaient pas comment ça allait se dérouler, donc je crois que la course a été un peu bloquée parce que tout le monde avait peur un peu de ce parcours avec 3 fois le vieux Quarmont, le Pattesberg.
Beautiful win was probably the win in Paris-Roubaix from Tom Boonen when he attacked with more than 50 kilometers to go, where everybody thought he can't do it, and then he did it anyway. That was also a very nice win.
Et Roubaix, c'est pour moi mal passé, donc voilà, mais bon, ça a été un Roubaix comme d'habitude, très rapide puisque les conditions étaient bonnes, une belle course aussi, donc une belle fin de classique.
Pues después de muchísimos años estando en el podium de la Vuelta Ciclista al País Vasco, hemos ganado etapas, de poder compartir grandes momentos con Valverde, con Alberto Contador, Evans, pues he conseguido este año por fin ganar la carrera de casa, ¿no? Ya que defiendo el maillot de Euskadi y para nosotros es muy importante haber vencido la Vuelta de casa, ya que el patrocinador es del País Vasco, la afición se vuelca con nosotros y para mí a nivel personal ha sido algo pues muy bonito y que en mi carrera deportiva era una victoria que siempre he querido tener.
il était champion d'Italie, bah, ça prouve aussi que c'est un coureur de course d'un jour. Que quand il est motivé, quand il est bien dans la tête, qu'il aime bien en tournée, bah, c'est toute la structure de mise en place dans l'équipe, ça permet de gagner.
Au pied de la dernière fois le mur, d'avoir tout le groupe, essayer de ne pas avoir d'échappée, et lui il avait c'était là où il devait attaquer, il avait le support de Moreno et de toute l'équipe. On a fait ça parfaitement et lui il a fait l'attaque au bon moment, enfin, c'était une grande victoire.
Il a fait des preuves des résultats sur ses courses d'un jour, et notamment comme les Strade Bianche, on voit qu'il était présent, il était à l'avant-poste, mais bon, après c'est toujours, il faut tenir une opportunité dans une course comme ça. Il y a beaucoup de coureurs qui sont là pour gagner, mais après il a toutes les capacités pour ça.
We will never talk about what happens if we win, what happens if we lose, or look to the future. What we'll think about is the process. So we'll think about what do you need to do today, tomorrow, next week, the week after, in order to support Bradley to be the best that he can possibly be going into the Tour and then through the Tour. And that's what we've focused on. And we won't consider what happens if you win, what happens if it's just an emotional train of thought, and it doesn't help anybody. So very much about process, not outcome at this moment in time.
Yeah, no, I had a great start to the Giro. Won the first stage. Got to wear the pink jersey for a couple of days. So that was a huge honor for me. It was a big goal of my season, and yeah, very, very special.
I don't know if you can ever expect to win a Grand Tour. I mean, it's so difficult. So many things have to go to plan, especially if you've never done it before. But I always expected to perform well. I focused a lot on the Giro right from as early as the end of 2011. And when I arrived, I knew I was in good shape and that I could push the race as far as I could and see what happened. So as I got closer and closer, I was never surprised.
This is all a road to winning the Tour, hopefully. I mean, that's the goal. But at the same time, along the way, I have to stop and think, hang on a minute, you've just won Paris-Nice, or you've just won Tour of Romandie, or you've just won, the Dauphiné again, and you have to take that in, and otherwise they're meaningless.
No, que el Tour de Suiza para mí ha sido una victoria muy importante en mi trayecto como ciclista, y bueno, y puedo decir que ha sido un triunfo fundamental.
Because everybody was like, he peaked early and they're not going to win, and it's like, and every day he was getting stronger, and Chris Froome was just flying, and it probably looked easy for somebody outside, but it was hard work, and definitely a lot of planning after the race and before the next day. And I raced in 3 different teams with him already, and he hasn't changed, and that's what he said is the most important for him. Even if he wins the Tour, he doesn't want to change his life and lifestyle, and he will remain Bradley Wiggins.
C'était intéressant parce qu'il y avait des coureurs qui préparaient les JO, qui venaient en fait et qui sautaient le Tour de France pour préparer les JO ici, en Pologne. Donc pour les sprints, il y avait quand même pas mal de bon monde. Il y avait Boonen qui était là. C'était intéressant pour nous avec Swifty de pouvoir voir son niveau un petit peu.
Yeah, we had a bad Tour de France. We won a stage with Sanchez, but for the GC we had a lot of crashes and 5 riders went out. And after the races after the Tour de France went very well with Sanchez. We won San Sebastian, and later on with Boom we win an Eco Tour. That was for a Dutch team. When you win an Eco Tour, it's perfect.
We arrived to the final kilometer. Michael Delage did a perfect lead out for Arno. and he won the race easily. So that was a really unbelievable moment. It was one of the best results for the team during the season. Arno is a really young guy, first year professional, but when I see him working in the race or in the training, he doesn't behave like a neo-pro or something.
He's young and super talented. He showed it in the Tour because he did a perfect work. He was pulling on the flat, he was pulling on the climbs, and he was trying to win sprints. He didn't get the Tour stage win this year, but he had 2 from last year. So, and then he went on doing his own racing, and in Plouay had a fabulous win. The way he won was quite incredible. I mean, to attack from the group, get the breakaway, and then drop the breakaway, that is class.
Hard enough to think I was stopping last corner. I was just almost take off the shoes from the pedal to put the foot on the ground.
It was still horrible.
Why?
Just because the tarmac, wasn't very smooth and it was pretty steep.
So, how do you feel?
Happy now the Vuelta is over. One more day tomorrow.
On l'a bien vu dès le départ, il avait du mal à faire jeu égal avec ses rivaux directs. Il était là, mais il n'était pas supérieur. Et ce qui lui a permis de gagner, c'est son coup d'éclat dans la 17e étape, la prise de décision en cours d'étape, et puis la stratégie de l'équipe depuis le premier jour.
Beautiful circuit. It's very difficult. This year, an additional lap was added. And it extended just over 200 kilometers, and we saw a lot of riders abandoning, and so I can say that it was a really tough course. And as far as the public, it was the crowds were great, and so I think it was a top event on all aspects.
5e victoire pour l'équipe, et puis content pour lui, c'est un coureur. Alors on le compare souvent à Edvald. Évidemment, c'est le 2 Norvégiens de l'équipe.
Boasson-Hagen.
Voilà, Boasson-Hagen. Donc ils ont en commun le fait qu'ils sont très sérieux tous les deux. Lars, lui, c'est plutôt un coureur typé punchy. Il a peut-être manqué un peu de réussite durant la saison, parce que je pense qu'il aurait pu en gagner de belles avant. Donc c'est pour ça en fait qu'on était très très content qu'il puisse vraiment lever les bras comme ça au Canada sur une course WorldTour, c'était super.
Este año Joaquín ha sido, vamos, yo creo que imbatible. Cuando ha atacado él, pues por atrás nadie ha podido reaccionar y no hemos podido hacer otra cosa que intentar hacer lo más adelante posible, y hemos hecho segundos, que para mí, después de la temporada que llevaba, es un buen resultado.
Yeah, you know, when you come here as a former winner, the pressure is always high, even if you say the chance maybe not too high to win here again, but everybody expecting that you win, and I had a really small chance, and I just took this chance, and that makes me just proud and really happy.
With Joaquin Rodriguez, he won the World Tour individual classment 2012, and I guess the Katyusha team was second in the team's ranking. So I guess it's logically that if you are a competitor in a World Tour, it's always better to be on the podium than in the last 3.